Welcome back, everybody, to This Is My Bourbon podcast. I am your stuffed up host, Perry, and with me, as he always is, it's Eric the Whiskey Mutant.
It's me, the Whiskey Mutant.
That was beautiful.
You like that?
You've been working on that?
For a week.
It took that long?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Dude, I don't do stuff fast.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
It takes me a week to do things.
We're back. We're here.
Not everything.
We are a week out from the meetup.
Oh, my God.
Which means we are a week and a half out from the live show as well. Get your tickets in the description below if you don't know about it by now.
Where you been?
I don't know what to tell you, but we'll give you a rundown real quick. Kenny Coleman of Bourbon Pursuit is going to be our co-host for the live show. I'm very excited for that. We're going to have some brands providing samples for people to taste. We got some food that's going to be available for people as well to munch on throughout the evening. We got a very special pairing that is going to be available for people that is being prepared by our friends over at, we can say it by now, can't we? Obstinate Sons in Lexington, Kentucky. If you are a longtime listener of the show, there was an episode that I did way back when with our buddy Dexter Murray, formerly of the Merrick Inn. His new venture, Obstinate Sons, opened not too long ago, and he and his chef are working on an amazing,
one of a kind, baby. One of a kind
dessert snack that we're going to be pairing up at the event.
Just get yourself ready.
Yeah. Eric's got some food lined up that is from a local purveyor of all things.
Yes.
Southern and yummy. But Bardstown Bourbon Company, Pursuit Spirits, Dark Arts Whiskey House, and RD1 are all going to be there to provide you with some bourbon whiskey samplings. And then we're going to be interviewing them, talking about all of their products. Just going to be having a great time.
We may be interview you.
If you're there and you want to chat.
If you want to be on a podcast, you've never been on a podcast, you want a quick 5 minutes, come sit down. We'll interview you. I don't know how you'll feel at the end of it. We may roast you.
That's true. Also, if you want to come for the whole weekend, you want to hang out with us, some of our closest friends and supporters and listeners of the show as well. The meetup weekend tickets, there are still a few available of those as well. All those ticket links are in the description below. Also, if you want to support the show on Patreon, you can do that for as little as $1 a month. That's patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. But for $5 a month, you get bonus content that comes out every week. That's patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. Again, there are the pregame chats that come out for every episode. The uncut, unedited version of the podcast as well comes out Tuesday, early access for everybody. And there's a bonus episode that comes out.
That's a lot
Monday
of stuff
as well. There's a lot of bonus stuff.
It's a lot of stuff.
Also want to say, I announced this last week. I'm going to backtrack on it a little bit because I looked at the calendar and realized that there was no reason for us to be doing this. And it was silly of me to say this because I love podcasting too much.
You all knew he couldn't take a month off.
I couldn't do it. What am I saying? It's crazy. We're not taking the entire month of June off. I'm nuts. I'm a Looney Tune. Yeah, my eyes go wooga.
Drop an anvil on you.
Yeah. But there will be a couple weeks where there's nothing other than the Patreon stuff, which we already have recorded. Yeah. Actually, we recorded a couple of things last week, and then we banked up some stuff as well. So Patreon will have some stuff when there is no main episode for a couple weeks in a row. But we're still gonna be doing stuff in June. I'm nuts. Away. I'm crazy.
Thank you for everybody who thought we were planning to
pod. I learned this term this week.
Pod side?
No, pod fade.
Oh,
it's where you just let your podcast die.
That's
not doing that. Who's gonna pod fade? Not this guy. Not this guy. We're not doing that. That's crazy. Pod fade.
Like you just go to like a tree and you just like don't record anymore?
A tree?
Yeah, you just fade away. You know, like on movies and like when the old man just goes out.
Oh, like when at the end of Last Jedi?
Yeah.
When Luke force projects and then he falls to the ground.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, the cat's at the door, and she's scratching her claws on the glass.
She's been mean.
Sounds real bad. She's been mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You know what she's done.
I don't want to talk about it. Anyway.
So you just go and you take your equipment and you go somewhere and you just fade away.
Apparently. Yeah.
How many? Who? Where? This is confusing.
Yeah, it's real sad though. We're not ready to give up the ghost just yet.
No, because this stuff's expensive.
Yeah.
How do you just let this stuff rot away? Who's doing this?
Not us. I would like to remind you of a podcast that I was very fond of back that started during the pandemic that no longer exists, but I wish
Whiskey
it would come.
Roast?
No, but man, whatever happened to that guy? That was not even a podcast. That was just, whoo, buddy. That was a rough
prime pandemic.
That was a rough like month and a half for all
even
whiskey content.
Fans like he knows about it.
But I was gonna say, tell me I'm wrong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I listened. I had a binge of their episodes when I was. Where was I going? I think me and Addison were going to a volleyball tournament.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
I listened to a ton of it then.
Yeah, that was like an early conversation you and I had too, talking about Tell Me I'm Wrong.
And then I was like, I started kind of sneaking my way into stuff. I was like commenting and doing stuff, and like they were kind of texting me a little bit, and then they just stopped. I did it. It was me.
No, it was not you.
I did it. Didn't
I'll tell you off pod what happened.
What did I do? It wasn't me?
It was not you.
Okay, just making sure.
It was not you.
Okay.
The other thing I want to let you all know about is that as of this episode coming out, actually as of last night, before this episode came out, the survey is closed. We are no longer accepting responses for the survey. We do appreciate everybody. Survey fade. We do appreciate everybody who provided some constructive feedback for the show. There was a lot of good stuff that we read that you all gave us that really is going to help structure the future of this My Bourbon podcast. One of the things that I think is really going to help us out moving forward is not necessarily like a reboot of the pod, but at least kind of like a re-energization of what we're doing. I was talking about this on Patreon. Eric and I were talking about this on Patreon. We kind of relaunched a little bit with like a new logo already. Not a full new logo, but restructuring some things so that it's reflecting what our goals and our aim is going to be moving forward, right? And it's bourbon-centric with more energy towards bourbon. And the other part of that, too, is recognizing Eric as the permanent co-host of the show. It's not just about me anymore. I mean, it hasn't been for a long time, but
it's a lot of pressure.
Well, I mean, you kind of have been around for a little while.
I know, but it always feels like my first day.
Well, it's been 3 years this summer.
It still feels new to me. What if I lose that feeling?
I don't think you're going to. So, You'll notice it when you notice it. We're not going to make a big deal about it, but I just want to say thank you to everybody who provided what I will call constructive criticism to us for the show. That's all I'm going to say. But the survey is now closed. If you have anything else you want to say,
DM us.
Yeah, or don't.
Or do.
I've gotten a lot of. I've gotten
around and find out.
I've gotten plenty of feedback, both personal attack wise and podcast feedback wise.
Jesus.
Recently, so
savages.
Thanks. You guys are the real ones. Some of you aren't, but some of you are. But the ones who aren't, you're fine too. I can't be mad for too long because usually there's somebody else who's mean. It's okay. The internet. What am I going to do?
It's okay.
Anyway.
Let's do a blind.
We normally start the episodes that we do of this show with Flying Blind. And that's a segment where we blind each other or somebody with a pour. And last week, we were going to blind each other with something from Joseph Brazeau, but we weren't sure the mechanics of those pours.
We didn't know.
And I also forgot mine at home. But that's beside the point. We found out this week that Joseph sent us one of each for each other. So Eric is going to pour one for me that he knows what it is, but I don't. And I'm going to pour one for him that I know what it is, but he don't.
That's called a blind.
That is true.
I'm going to pour a little bit of this for me.
Well. That's what I was going to do too.
Great minds think alike.
Now, he's also got these fancy schmancy Post-it notes on there. I think the answer is underneath the Post-it notes.
Yep.
See,
I didn't know last time.
Holy shnikes. Okay.
You got the proof on this one? So, yeah, I was confused because how many of you, raise your hand right now if you're watching or listening, have reused sample bottles? And you know, if you're sending them to like friends or something, you just be like, it's not what's on the label. This is what it is, or something like that. I didn't know if he had put this fancy smancy sticky note over what he had actually had on this before. I didn't know, Joe. Give me a break. Give me a break.
Give me a break.
Give me a break.
Come on, break me off a piece of that fancy
Joseph
feast.
Brazeau. Wow.
Do I want to go? Should I go with yours first? Let's go with yours first.
Okay, so you know what it is.
I know what yours is.
Okay. Whew.
Hot dog.
Yeah, this ain't no hot dog flavored water. This smells delicioso.
Ooh. I'm excited for this one.
Oh my God. It smells like a cinnamon roll and tobacco.
Interesting. Okay.
Maybe you're smoking a cigar and eating a cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
Maybe you're smoking a Swisher Sweet cinnamon roll.
All right.
Whoa.
Mm.
That's dusty tasting. Tastes old. Like in a good way. It tastes like stuff that we can't get anymore.
That's good.
What is that? It tastes.
I will be very surprised if you can get what this is. Like really, really surprised if you can pinpoint what this is.
This is delicious. This is like an Elijah Craig, like 23 or something like that. It tastes kind of like that to me. I don't know. It tastes like something dusty, not too high proof, but if it is high proof, it's very deceiving and very mean to do that to somebody because, yeah, I don't know what this is.
I, again, would be very, very surprised if you did.
It kind of smells more like an old MGP though. Like a 15-year MGP product.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think it's a 10-plus-year-old MGP, something high proof that doesn't taste high proof.
Okay.
That's my best guess in a roundabout way.
Let's do mine next.
Okay.
Because I want to know. I think we try them together and then do the reveal.
Okay.
Around the same time.
Very coffee.
This is cutting through my my sinus issues.
That's good. Is it?
It's very butterscotch forward.
Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah. That's the best.
Yeah.
That's the best word for that nose, butterscotch. Kind of coffee, kind of butterscotchy.
Yeah. There's something. I think it's a like tropical fruit note. It's like sending me to the beach.
Oh, I can see that.
Too. I don't know exactly, but
it'd be cool if you edited yourself on the beach right now.
I'm not that good of an editor.
Okay.
Also, it wouldn't really land for the audio.
It's true. I know. I get it.
How about the music? Good enough.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
Oh. I don't know the brand. I know the brand, but if I was tasting this blind, I don't know the brand, but I can definitely 100% tell you what kind of whiskey this is. Because it's the same thing I get on all those types of whiskeys. So
why'd you say it that way? Like, because
what?
Initially I was thinking it was just bourbon.
Ah, shit. I shouldn't have said that. Maybe it is. Maybe I get this note on every bourbon. Sorry. It's very par for the course for me on this.
I don't know what this is now. Oh my gosh. You done threw me off.
Hey.
I'm off the trail.
That's what I do. That's what I do, baby. Delicious.
It's very good. Ah, there it is. There's the weirdness. Because it goes a little like malt heavy up front, but then it kind of ventures off into this grassy territory. If this is not bourbon, this is a cask strength version of whatever alternative other whiskey this is. So if it's like a Irish whiskey, it's like a cask strength Irish whiskey.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. I hate that I can't be a little bit more specific than that. Like I said, a little stuffed up. I don't particularly know what's going on here. I like it, whatever it is.
Let me tell you what it is.
I would like for you to,
Okay.
if you don't mind.
This is a light whiskey.
Oh, really?
I always get that sweet, like caramel corn taste on light whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Penelopes and stuff like this. This is a bridal and bit light whiskey.
Oh, okay.
136 proof.
I thought that said 156 for a second.
I was like in the show. No, 136.
Yeah, we need to go home.
136
right now.
proof.
That's very good.
It's dangerous. That's dangerous.
Are you ready for yours?
Yeah. I said it was some sort of old MGP, 10 plus years, probably high proof, but very deceiving on the proof.
No, I want to confirm something too.
What?
You did say you like this.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
no. Fuck.
Texas whiskey, iron root hubris. This is hazmat bourbon. 140.68 proof.
I hate everything.
The note that he put on there too, I want you to read this out loud.
Yep.
No, I said read it out loud.
Eric already hates me. You son of a bitch. Okay. You got me. I mean, I can't go back unless Perry, with the magic of editing, edits everything I say. You can.
No, I'm leaving it all.
You can dub me.
You got to be. Look, man, be humble.
This was really good. Maybe the fact that maybe that's what I need. I only need hazmat Texas whiskey.
Yeah, right.
It has to get such a high proof to where it actually tastes decent.
See, now I got to know. I got to look up.
It tastes old.
Oh, it's a corn whiskey.
So it's not a Texas bourbon.
Well, it's still okay. Well, that's not right. That one says 117, and it's a single barrel.
It's a corn whiskey. Okay, never mind. I'm okay with that.
Oh, come on.
It's not Texas bourbon. They say the age of it. Probably like 1 year old.
You wouldn't like it if it were 1 year old.
Yes, I know. I'm eating my words right now because I always say Texas whiskey. Yeah, this is good. Can't deny it. I will remember this, and I will say
Eric will remember this.
I'm going to say like a little asterisk every time that I say something about Texas whiskey now. But still, one out of however many Texas whiskeys we have that I like, come on. Either way, thanks.
It ain't nothing.
Thanks, Joe.
It ain't nothing.
You made me eat my words.
What have you been drinking recently?
You bastard. I had a beer last night.
Okay.
Had some cougar bait at Roosters.
Let them know what cougar bait is. I don't know if most people do.
I am cougar bait.
Har har.
No, cougar bait is a beer, a wheated beer. Is it wheat? Isn't it wheat? Yeah. From local brewery, one of our favorite places, Country Boy Brewing. I'm sure it's made its way out to plenty of states now. But it is probably my favorite beer, and it's Country Boy Cougar Bait. It's just sweet and light, and I had a big old pint of it at Roosters yesterday. I was also a guest on our friend Mossick's podcast, Journey Drinkers podcast. That episode should be out now. It's called Holler Rattin' with Whiskey Mutant.
Amazing. I'm gonna.
Yeah. That came up, and he was like, "I am making that
Eastern
the title."
Kentucky racist.
Yep, that's exactly what I said in there.
Man.
He blinds me on a few things. I blind him and make him do some pairings. It's a good time. A little bit
and
more,
a long time.
A long time. It's about 2 hours, but it's fun. A little inappropriate. A lot of cuss words, but what else would you expect?
If you know Mossick.
Yes, if you know Mossick, if you know me. But yeah, I had. I will give a little bit of a spoiler. I hate spoilers, but I had a Pappy 20 from 1995.
Oh.
So you'll have to listen to hear what we think about
didn't
that.
Bring me a sample?
It wasn't even his bottle.
You didn't bring me a sample?
It wasn't even his bottle. I didn't even know the guy. He left it. I met him, and he was like, I had
Okay, well, was it? Tell me about. Paint me a word picture.
good nose.
That's it.
Amazing nose.
And
It'd been in that bottle too long.
dadgummit.
That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. But I won't reveal the pairings and all that stuff. Also had a really old
That's President's Choice.
Yes.
Yeah. Old Forester.
Yeah. That was the same. Those two bottles were dropped off by one of his friends. He knows everybody. Mozick knows everybody, and he has wild bourbon and whiskey all over the place.
Yep.
But it's a little different turn. He has me blind on some stuff I normally wouldn't have, and I think that's what y'all want to see. You want to see me eat my words, and he tried to as well. But it's a great time. Holler Rattin' with Eric on Journey Drinkers is out now. Check that out. What else have I had? Not much.
You didn't do anything for Derby because you were carting kids around, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Nothing Derby-ish for me.
Yeah.
So that's probably other than my normal stuff. That's all I've had.
Yeah. We went to Holly's Derby party. I was making cocktails for people, of course.
Use the one rye.
The Overholt?
Rye? Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
What about the other bottle we tried? Did we try one? Did we even say that on air? It was the had a horse on it.
The Calumet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I didn't make any cocktails with the Calumet. So let me back up a little bit. We tried, I think, on the episode, or at least we talked about it, the Keeneland Breeze, or at least my take on the Keeneland Breeze. That was the cocktail that I made the most for people, and that was a nice alternative for folks to the mint julep. I still used mint in it, but for anybody who doesn't know the Keeneland Breeze, it's a cocktail that's made at the Keeneland Racetrack here in Lexington, Kentucky. But it's basically just bourbon, ginger ale, and orange liqueur. I like to zhuzh it up a little bit. Did a live stream about it with some other cocktails as well over on youtube.com/This Is My Bourbon Podcast. Go check it out. And then I did make a couple mint juleps just for mom and dad, and I used rye in it instead of bourbon.
Nice.
Helps cut down some of that sugariness. I just mostly had bourbon for that evening. But I had so many cocktails over that like 3 or 4 day span that I like bloated myself out and reversed some of my weight loss journey. So I've been on like nothing but protein bars and salads since then, and lighter pours as well. So it's been a little bit sparse as far as what I've been drinking otherwise. But I killed a Elijah Craig barrel proof A122 the other night because it was just staring at me and it was getting a little bit too low.
Yellow.
And
was it from the window to the wall?
Until the sweat dropped down my balls.
Yeah, there you go. You knew it was time to go then.
But yeah, it was a good derby. And then Sunday, I recorded an episode of an infrequent podcast that is hosted primarily for a separate podcast family or group of people who listen to a different series of podcasts under a different umbrella. It's the Great Mates podcast.
Oh yeah.
Podcast group, which you're a part of as well. But it was started by the guys over at the Weekly Planet, and the show is called "You All Right, Mates?" Letter M, number 8. And it's about mental health. And I talked about my journey with mental health. I talked about some background stuff that I have never talked about publicly before either. Just kind of about who I am and my even some of my lineage, which if you want to know more about how I kind of think about other people and empathy that I try to show towards other people as well. That is a really good way to understand my perception of other folks. But I also was drinking bourbon throughout it because that's how I kind of get in my zone through it. And so not only was I able to talk to Travis and Phil were the other guys that I was chatting with during that episode, which, by the way, the link for that and for the Journey Drinkers episode that you were on is going to be in the description below for you to go check out. And I meant to put the, I think it's probably just easier for you to go to the other feed to find the Your Rate Mates episode that I was on. But anyway, those links are in the description below for you to go check out. But not only was I able to kind of like talk with them about mental health, but I was also kind of able to help guide some of the like questions and the conversation as well.
That's awesome.
It was very good, and I hope to do some of that again in the future. But I kicked off that episode by pouring some of that new riff single barrel from Jackson's, which every time I go back to, I'm like something special.
Shout out.
So
they still got some?
Anyway, I don't know. I've not had a chance to go back yet. So maybe someday.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So what are we doing?
Well, in the middle of my live stream last night, not in the middle, I was getting started. My dog started barking, and I heard the doorbell ring. I was
that
like,
was a late delivery.
yeah, it was 7:00.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I heard my doorbell ring, and I was like, okay, they don't normally ring the doorbell unless it's something I got to sign
this
for.
Pizza boy so attractive.
I ordered a salad last night.
Extra meat.
And I did get extra meat on my salad.
I know. I heard.
Double grilled chicken.
Spotted.
And olives. I got olives on my salad last night. Oh, no, dude. It was...
I don't like olives.
That's what made the salad for... It
really?
wasn't... It was not... Listen.
Oh.
There is something so nice and special about the vinegar that just snaps on an olive. It like pushes salad dressing over the edge, too.
Okay.
Early tips and bits.
There you go. Anyway. Got a package.
But enough about me. No, I doorbell rang.
Ding dong.
I said they don't normally ring the doorbell unless it's something I have to sign for. Ran upstairs and it said Heaven Hill Brands on it. And I had looked at the Breaking Bourbon calendar earlier in the day, and I was like, maybe it's Elijah Craig Barrel Proof A120 or B524. But it was not, in fact. Instead, it was the Elijah Craig PGA Valhalla bottle. Valhalla, where
you go to die
when you're a Norse mythology warrior. I was not anticipating that we were going to get this bottle.
I like that.
The topper, has the PGA Valhalla logo on it. It is super, super pretty. We had talked about this release a while ago, and
what? It's a cat.
I thought she had jumped up on the back of my chair for a second.
That would be awesome.
We had said, mostly like we wanted to try it just to see how it was different from some of the other bourbons. But it's not just like, the normal small batch with some, with a pretty label on it.
Right.
It's 25% of barrels from Rickhouse P, 61% of barrels from Rickhouse G, and 14% of barrels from Rickhouse A.
Huh.
So it's like it's small batch.
Yeah, let me see that.
But it's different.
I'm going to open this now.
Yay.
Why'd they call it Valhalla?
That's the name of the golf course.
Oh, okay.
Where the PGA Championship is happening.
I see the PGA Tour on there and stuff, but I don't know enough to know what golf course that is and all that stuff.
So it's the regular 94 proof. Ooh.
Elijah Craig bottles always have the best cork pops.
They really do. This bottle is going to be available actually the week that this episode comes out. So it's perfect timing. Look at us being...
You wanted the reviews at a timely manner, and you got them.
Thanks, Heaven Hill.
Look at that topper.
It's very beautiful. Like I said earlier, it's got the... Actually, I might have just said this on Patreon, but it's got the PGA Valhalla logo on it. It is running with an MSRP price of $36.99, so really not even that much more expensive than regular Elijah Craig.
That's awesome.
I like this as a collector's piece. I'm not a big golf person myself. I think I even said this when we reviewed the Ryder Cup bottle last year.
Have you ever been to Top Golf?
Yeah, we went with Holly and Chuck.
That's fun.
Last year, I think. I have a baseball swing still from when I played. And so I look real dumb when I swing a golf club. I just can't get over that like mental barrier of trying to swing it like I would a baseball bat. So let's see.
Smells heavy on the cherry.
It really does.
Smells like heavy cherry bourbon.
A little acidic.
There could be a little orange in there.
Some vanilla extract is really coming through as well.
Not bad.
But also not like really popping out as anything over the moon.
I think the thing that hurts it is it smells watered down or low proof.
Sure. But, what we have to remember as well, this is a product that is going to be drank at the PGA Championship.
Sure.
I mean,
getting too wild.
Yeah. One of the criticisms that we got during the survey was don't review something positively just because it was sent to you.
No, I don't feel like we ever do that.
I don't think we do either.
If they send us something good, we're going to be good.
Yeah.
I've said some pretty bad things about stuff on here.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, I get that it's made, but still, straight off the nose, it just smells watered down.
Yeah. So,
All right.
Let's see. Am I crazy or is that really weirdly funky?
It almost tastes like a bad batch of Elijah Craig. You know what I mean?
It tastes like sour milk.
It tastes like a bad batch of Elijah Craig.
It tastes like it's been spoiled.
I like the nose way better.
Yeah.
And the nose wasn't that great.
The acid is so strong. And not in a good way.
It's got the foundation of Heaven Hill, Elijah Craig small batch going on. But I don't know what happened to it. Like the finish is sour. And the front palate just tastes, like you said, it tastes like a bad batch of something. Or I said that.
You said that.
You said it tasted like sour milk. It does taste kind of milky in a way. I don't know how I feel about this one.
All right, I'm gonna just take a big swig of water just to make sure I'm not like my palate hasn't been shot or anything. I just need to make sure.
You're going back in for your second sip. You rinsed out. I've rinsed out.
It just hasn't gotten better.
It's not for me. I will say, while you were acclimating yourself to it again, I didn't catch when you said what rickhouses this was. It was PGA.
Oh, come on. I didn't even catch that when I was reading it out either.
Rickhouse PGA. Clever, Heaven Hill.
Way to go, Heaven Hill. Do better.
Yeah, this coming back to it again, a second round of the PGA Tour. Caught in the sand trap still.
Yeah.
It's just not a good batch of Elijah Craig to me. The nose is pretty good with the cherry. But other than that, it's just a bland, bad batch of Elijah Craig.
It's like sour oak.
That's a good way to put it.
Like the wood has gone bad.
Something's gone bad.
Something's gone bad about it. I don't think this is very good. I think the finish is really off. The palate up front is incredibly sour. The nose is not terrible. I think it's easily the best part of this.
The price is the best part.
The price is fine.
Well, I mean, for a special, they didn't try
the price.
To make it
the price is good. It's not a bad price. I like the nose. I just don't think it delivers on it being like an actual good product.
Do you think they expected people to try this after they had already been hammered on a golf course?
Maybe. Or maybe they just thought, hey, they're not going to open it and it's just going to sit on their shelf.
That is, I didn't think about that. A straight up collector's item.
Can we sell that? No, I'm not. I wouldn't do that.
No, we do. Like we said, we do appreciate people sending us things to review, but we're always going to be honest. And this just, I'm sorry.
This ain't it.
This ain't it.
This ain't it. It is we got a review system of nose, palate, finish, and price on the podcast, though. Each category is out of 5. Final score is out of 20. What are you giving the nose on this, Eric?
3.
Hard 3 for me as well. I think it's good. I think it's very serviceable. My 3 and your 3 are a little bit different. Mine is just above average. Yours is average.
Yeah, I usually do. I feel like when you hear a 2, whether it's 2.5 or something that pulls it down a little bit, yeah, mine's right down the middle. Average cherry bourbon nose.
Yeah. I think it just gets pushed a little bit further than the average, like, vanilla caramel oak that you would get with a stereotypical bourbon. Hold on.
Oh, my. Was it blood?
Oh, so much.
Oh, sorry.
I'm probably going to be dead before this
at
episode.
the end of this movie, you're done.
Tell my wife.
Tell my wife I love her.
Anyway. Palate.
1.5.
It's bad. It's really
Not
bad.
the worst thing I've ever had, but coming from something that says Elijah Craig on the bottle, it's a 1.5.
It's a 1 for me. It's a 1 for me.
That's one of the lowest scores I think you've given him.
Yeah, what did we review last week? No, 2 weeks ago was the Monongahela A Overholt, and that was
you know what?
That was pretty low.
I always like to go. This is a little inside baseball. I don't watch reviews very often anymore, but after we review something and I start noticing like Instagram and like YouTube posting about it, I go back and try to like get the like cliff notes of stuff, and I don't understand what the love is for that Overholt.
I don't get it.
it.
I've gone back and I've tried it since then. I think it's gotten a little bit better since we reviewed it, but not nearly. I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't get it.
But anyway,
it's a 1 for me.
1.5.
Finish.
0.5.
0.5. I just don't understand.
It's sour.
It just overall is like it.
It's not good.
I really think they weren't intending for a lot of people to open this.
I'm trying to add my thing up here. Let's see. 3 plus 1.5 plus 1.
Well, so far I have a 4.5.
I got a 5.
And on the price at $37 for a nice little collector's piece. I think it looks really cool. It's got the branding from the Valhalla golf course. I wish the whiskey inside were better. I don't know, man. 3, maybe.
I
feel like I'm being really generous. I don't know.
I'm giving.
If you're a collector, I feel like that's a good price for it. I think maybe I'm closer to like a soft 2.5. I'm going to give it a 2.5.
I gave it a 3.5 because it is Elijah Craig. Elijah Craig is already what, $30 a bottle?
Yeah.
And this is a collector's piece, in commemorative honor of golf. I do respect the fact that they didn't try to say this is a $50 bottle. So if you were at the PGA Tour and this was sitting around and you wanted a cool collector's item, you're not going to feel bad about paying $37 for a collector's item.
Yeah.
That's whiskey. So there you have it. I'm at 8.5.
Well, I'm at a 7.
Yeah.
7 out of 20.
Do you have the other one?
Which, the Ryder Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to do a really quick taste of it.
Yeah.
Just to
get
see.
the rotten milk out of your
Because I
your
feel
mouth?
like we like this a little better than.
Well, we did, but I think what we said was that it wasn't really like that much better than the regular toasted.
Right.
I don't know.
Smells better.
I guess.
It smells more balanced. You're not getting hit with just the
Yeah,
one cherry note.
it is.
A one-trick pony.
It's a much more inviting.
I would say it
Nose.
smells more like just regular Elijah Craig.
Yeah, even though it is toasted.
It's more approachable. Nothing special, but it does have more of just a decent Elijah Craig small batch. And the Ryder Cup was a toasted one. So let's see what.
We're really working our way back here, trying to find something that we can.
Regular
Just a little bit, please.
Elijah Craig toasted barrel.
We're just trying to find something. We started with the Valhalla. We're on to the Ryder Cup toasted barrel from last year. Now we're just trying the regular Elijah Craig toasted
Oh
barrel.
my God. That smells like chocolate heaven. This is, if you're not a big fan of Elijah Craig toasted, then drink these two before you've had it, and you will go to chocolate Valhalla. Oh my gosh, that smells like a fudge round.
Yeah, there's no comparison.
Baby. It's been a while since I had that.
Yeah, that's
good.
That's actually got character.
Did I see that they were going to do single barrel proofs of toasted?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. See, I researched. It was an accident. I just kind of stumbled upon it, but
I'll give it to you this one
thank
time.
you.
All right. Fair enough.
So this
Let me be honest with you.
Valhalla makes me want to go to Valhalla.
Like just die?
Yeah.
Okay. I am very happy that I didn't buy a bottle of this before we got sent one. I will not be reaching for this too often anytime soon. We will definitely revisit it just to see if it has changed or opened up. But if you are looking for a collector's bottle, or if you know somebody who is a
golf
enthusiast and you want to give them something that will sit on their shelf,
tell them not to open it.
Not be opened. This is for them. Otherwise, rough.
PGA Rickhouse. That's what you messed up with, Heaven Hill. You tried to be cute.
You done messed up, AA, Ron.
You tried to be cute and do PGA Rickhouses, and this ain't it. This ain't the combo.
I got like a bad taste in my mouth now.
Is that your high proof hot take? Don't try to be cute with Rickhouses.
Maybe.
Brands.
I don't know. I don't really have a high proof hot take this week.
We put this in a bottle from Rickhouse D, Rickhouse I, Rickhouse C, and Rickhouse K.
Speak for yourself, man.
What?
Yeah.
Rickhouse S.
Oh. Then you lump me in.
Yeah.
I don't have any high proof hot takes this week. My anxiety has been real bad. So what are you gonna do? What about you?
I feel like I had one, and it was grocery store related and old person related.
Sounds about right.
But I can't.
I think you can just leave it at that, and everybody's like, "Yeah, I get it."
There was something that happened to me
Extrapolate
at the grocery
from there
store with an old person, and I can't think of it right now. But that was the high proof hot take.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, you can probably figure it out for yourself one way or another. Aisles.
It was something with aisles waiting. It was
paying with cash itself. Yeah,
stuff like that.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, parking lot. Something.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was. I can't think of it though.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
I'll save you all old people this time.
Tips and bits.
Tips and bits.
It's where we recommend something we've been watching, listening to, reading, just enjoying over the past week that we want you to check out as well. Do we want to get our collective agreement on who won the rap beef between Kendrick and Jake?
Do we even have to debate this?
Well, I'm not saying debate. I'm just saying, like,
no,
do we have? We can as this is my
winner.
bourbon as okay. So
we both
this is my
agree.
bourbon podcast. We can say definitively that Kendrick Lamar won.
Stay humble.
The rap beef battle of 2024.
He made me feel bad.
Oh, it made me feel real, but he also made me feel like I was watching a couple have an argument, and I wasn't supposed to be privy to that information.
I felt bad.
Like, I was texting with my brother Dane about it the day after Not Like Us came out, and he was like, yeah, this is to the effect of, like, this has gone too far. It was like, it's nobody's business at this
Kendrick
point.
Lamar made Dane reconsider having a kid.
Yeah, right. He was already here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's done.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah. And The Heart Part 6 came out on whatever day it was, Saturday, and it was just sad. Was it Saturday?
Was it Saturday?
No, it was Sunday, and it was just sad. It wasn't a good track. It was just pitiful. Drake sounded defeated, like he didn't want to compete anymore, and it's just whatever. Not that anybody really cares.
Then somebody got shot the other day.
Yeah, his security guard got shot outside of his home.
Listen,
how else do you know it's over until unless you're security guard gets shot?
Old enough to like only know a little bit of Biggie, Tupac, and this is nowhere near on the same level. But it's kind of crazy that we're having a hip hop beef going on right now, and it's intriguing. This is like soap opera stuff.
Yeah, it is.
He's been on every TikTok listening to kids break each section of it down.
I made a meme about it.
You've been you're into it. This guy.
I've been watching streamers talk about it.
You made a rap.
Yeah, I did. I did a freestyle on BBL Drizzy.
Do us a freestyle right now.
No, absolutely
Damn
not.
It. I thought I was going to rope you into it.
No. Anyway, that's all we'll say about that. What? Anything else you want to recommend?
Kendrick. I will say that. I mean, that album, the one that has Humble on it.
Oh, damn.
Oh my God.
It's a great album.
One of the greatest hip hop albums of, like, I will say our generation, because I think we're close enough in age to where hip hop has kind of went from one thing to the other. He's a storyteller. I mean, if you really get into, if you want to like kind of find out how things go, like you can listen to parts of it from the last song to the first song, or you can listen to it from the first song to the last song. He's telling a story all through it. Bro, that Damn is fucking amazing.
The fun thing about Damn too is that it tells a different story if you listen to it front to back or back to front.
That's what I just said.
Cool. Great. Sorry. I zoned out for a second. My brain is fried. I'm leaving it in too. I'm not making myself look any better or worse because I think I made you look real bad at one point too.
No, we both agree. Agree.
It's a really, really good
album.
album.
I'm on Snapchat now. And if you want to
see, oh my gosh,
you want to see a middle-aged man
make the same joke on every single Snapchat.
Follow me.
Do I look like? I don't really look like this.
That is my thing. Like, I get caught up in like the reality of it, and I don't know what's real and what's not, and I'm caught in the Snapchat matrix.
The funniest one was the Peppa Pig one. I'm Peppa Pig.
So,
and it was just
go follow me on Snapchat or add me. Do you follow? I don't know. I'm just doing stuff.
You add on Snapchat.
Add me on Snapchat.
Oh man. My tip and bit for the week was we finally finished Shogun. The last two episodes were masterpieces
Oh my God.
of television.
Can't wait to just binge it.
There is a moment in episode 9, the second to last episode, where I'm like, it's about to go down, and then it kind of doesn't, and you're brought back to it where you're like, oh yeah, it's not an anime. You know what I mean? But it's all for the better, because you realize just how like real these characters are and how intense the storytelling is. And I want you to
one bad thing about this.
I want you to watch it so badly, almost just for that moment.
Okay, I will be.
Because it hits so hard, and it really brings you back down, because it even sets it up like you're about to watch a super high action, high intensity kung fu movie.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't deliver. And I loved it.
How many of those are though? There's like a bajillion you can watch of that.
Oh no, there's so many, but
Yeah,
I love that
again.
it's not that.
Yeah.
I love that it's not that.
I
It's
get it.
drama driven, and it works so immensely well.
I get it.
I look forward to going back and watching it again.
Oh, I will be watching it soon. I would have talked about Tales of the Empire, the new Star Wars animated shorts, but I've only got a couple episodes in and I want to watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
So,
well, thank you all for watching, listening, everything. Let them know how they can support us real quick before we get out of here.
Patreon.com/MyBourbonPodcast for as little as $1 a month. Support the show. At $5, you get all the bonus stuff, all the exclusive access to the Discord. That's the place to go. Patreon.com. If you're listening for the first time, just go to Patreon and look us up. Everybody else, you know about it. If you want to send an email, you can send an email to thisismybourbonshop@gmail.com. If you want to send us samples, we have a P.O. Box. P.O. Box.
22609 Lexington, Kentucky, 40522.
Yeah, send us
That's
some
right,
stuff
right?
there. Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah,
Oh.
keep talking. Let me double check that, because
If you want to call us or leave a text message,
I got it right.
we do a segment called Barrel Rings. We've now moved that to maybe like a little special edition or something.
Once a month.
Yeah. If you want to call us or text us, leave us anything there. 859-428-8253. Go there. Do that. If you want to follow us on all social media, you can follow me at Whiskey Mutant. You can follow Perry at PRitter1792. And you can follow the show as a whole at My Bourbon Pod. You can also go to Facebook and join the Facebook group. This is My Bourbon Podcast Facebook group. You'll have to answer some questions, make sure you're real, blah, 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 all that stuff. But you can join in on the fun there. If you want to, where am I at here? Oh, if you want to come see us this coming week, we have
next week.
Next week. It's crazy. We have a live show. We haven't
figured out my fit yet.
I just need to get my pants. My hat actually got delivered just now.
Nice.
But we're going to have a live show. We're going to have brands. Perry said it at the beginning of the show. I won't repeat everything. Kenny Coleman from Bourbon Pursuit's going to be there hanging out. We're just going to hang out for a couple hours. We're going to eat, drink, pair, do all the stuff. This is My Bourbon Podcast Live 2024. The link is in the description. Get it while you can. Bring a friend. Do all the stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. Do the things you know to do. Tell people about us. That's a podcast.
We did it.
That's your podcast. That's our podcast. This is our Bourbon Podcast.
That's true. We'll see y'all next time. Until then, I'm Perry.
I'm Eric.
And this is My Bourbon Podcast. The kissy noise?
Yeah.
That felt weird.
Mwah.
That's okay.